I think I love how I always start with I think, and then I'm like, I might be completely wrong after that I think, but this is part of being human. So this is what I think, okay? I think that we as humans care way too much about what other people think. Like, way too much. Everybody cares way too much about what other people think. And it makes absolutely zero sense. And don't get me wrong, I also care about what other people think. This is probably also the part of why I'm making this video, to remind myself to not to care as much as I do, because it's truly absolutely unreasonable to care so much, to be so obsessed with other people's opinions, to be so obsessed with what do what might others say, what might they think, how might they see me, that they might see you in a different way than you want to be perceived. We're so obsessed with what others think that we completely forgot that it is also important what we think, and that in fact that is the most important thing, is what we think about ourselves when it comes to this life on our planet. And I don't mean this in like a narcissistic way where you should be absolutely selfish and absolutely neglect other people's opinions or their feelings or whatever. No, but I mean this on a deeper level. I genuinely mean this on a deeper, purpose driven level where there are people with so many dreams, with so many goals, with so many deep desires that don't get fulfilled just because they were scared what other people might think of them. And it's so stupid. It's genuinely so stupid to be scared, to not to fulfill your dreams or your life's purpose because you are afraid what others might think. And I genuinely think this is problem with like 70% of wasted potential, is because these people were too scared of what might others think of them. But imagine, like, just imagine this. You were put on this planet. You were a soul before, and the soul was given an extraordinary chance to be put on this planet to fulfill some purpose here, to try what it's like to live the life here, and to represent herself through this human experience that we all have here. And let's say your soul had this deep, deep desire, this deep dream that she wanted to achieve on this planet Earth, that she wanted to experience herself through this human form and through this desire. And then imagine like you didn't do this because you were too scared what might other people say about you. You were too scared to listen to yourself because society told you something completely different. You were too scared to open that cafe because society told you to get a degree. And then imagine like dying, meeting your soul again, and she asks you, well, why didn't we do it? Why didn't we do all of that? Like, I had this huge dream, the way I wanted to present myself on this planet, and why didn't we do it? Why couldn't we do it? And your answer is, oh, we were too scared what my others think. We were too scared how others might perceive us. I was too afraid to fulfill my life's purpose because I was scared what other people might think of me. Really? Is this what you want to tell your soul? Actually, is the what is the good excuse that you would tell her in this case? And this is not about not listening to other people's opinions anymore. This is about something way deeper. If your soul asked you, what was the reason? Why didn't I fulfill my life's purpose that I could have on this planet, since I was given such an extraordinary chance to go on this planet in the first place. And you would, like, what would be the reasonable answer to this if this actually failed? Is there even a reasonable answer? Is there even a reasonable excuse for this question? Like, you say, oh, I was too scared. Is this a reasonable answer to tell your soul? Oh, I was afraid what others think, so I'd rather didn't do it. Anything, any answer that came up to your head, is that reasonable? Is that something that would satisfy you? Is that really who you are? Is that who you are? A person who lives in excuses instead of in dreams, instead of in being obsessed with chasing their potential. Is this really who you are? No, I don't think this is who you are. I don't believe this is who you are. I highly doubt this is who you are. So, really, this doesn't matter at all. What other people think, what other people say, what they think is possible, what they think isn't possible. None of these things are really important at all. Really, the only thing that is important when it comes to fulfilling your life's purpose or fulfilling your soul's purpose is what you think, is what your soul thinks. And before you come up with an excuse of why you couldn't do it, of why this life really wasn't the one that you decided to satisfy your soul, then ask yourself if it's an excuse she would allow, or an excuse she would just laugh at and say to herself, oh, okay, fine, I'll try again. Maybe next time, maybe next life, he or she will get enough courage to satisfy me.